Gentlemen, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. You have stumbled upon the Four-Dimensional Male channel. Very excited to have you here. I am your captain. I am your host. I am your kuya, Michael Velasco. Thank you so much for stopping by. What we're going to talk about in this opening video is what is a four-dimensional man? Sort of the modern Renaissance man. What does that mean? And we'll talk about those four different dimensions. And then I'll make some more in-depth videos about each one of those four dimensions. So without further ado, let's get into it. The four dimensions of the modern man. Fitness, and these are in order of importance and in order of what you can control. Fitness is number one. So fitness is a big thing. Your health is important. Finances, number two. Number three, friends, your social group, your social status. And then finally, if you can master all these three, you can get to the fourth dimension, which is female companionship. So, like I said, these are in the order of importance or in order that you can influence. And the reason fitness is first is because it's the thing that you have direct control over. You have more control over your fitness than anything else. You can certainly have control over your finances, being an entrepreneur or starting your own business, things like that, trying to get a raise, looking to get a better job. But fitness is number one because, number one, it's the first thing people see. When you're walking around, your body and the way that you present yourself is the way that the world sees you. Like it or not, it's the way it is. We are visual creatures, and that's what happens. So if you're not taking care of yourself, then you're automatically losing right off the bat. And the second thing about it is your health is the most important thing because the rest of these dimensions don't matter if you don't have your health. And especially you young guys, you don't realize that until your health is taken away from you, until you get some kind of you get an injury or something and you can't really move the way you wanted to, or I was playing soccer and I tore some cartilage in my rib cage. Oh man, what a devastating injury. Anytime I sneezed, coughed, I couldn't sleep because anytime I rolled over, it hurt. So like I was saying, you don't know how important it is until it's gone. And especially as you start to get older and you start to get into your 40s like me, health becomes even more important because now you're just trying to maintain and keep that, that healthy lifestyle. Number two, and I'll post some more videos about that. We'll go into depth on each one of these. Try to keep these videos though around 10 minutes long if we can. The second factor for a four-dimensional man, and again, in order of importance, the second factor is finances. Your career and your job and what you do to make money matters. It's important because as a man, you are expected to be a provider. There's no way around it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if you're sitting in a job struggling right now and you don't like where you're at, which is probably why you clicked on a video like this, I will help you do the right things to get you on the path to get yourself into that financial situation where you don't have to be worrying anymore about taking a girl out and worrying about dinners over $100 or going out and hanging out with your buddies and just being able to afford to have some drinks or whatever. You want to build your lifestyle so that you can enjoy yourself. And again, it ties back to the fitness thing, right? If you're not healthy and you're not taking care of your body, then you can't go out and do these things. You can't go out and enjoy good food. You can't go out and enjoy some of the spoils of life that you will be afforded when you get your career on track. And I know these guys are always talking about your purpose, and you hear so many dating coaches talking about find your purpose or be an entrepreneur and do these things. But let's just start small and figure out where you're at now, what it is you want to do or would like to do, and figure out whether or not that's even a good option to make money. Some of you are trying to follow a passion that even if you were the best in the world at it, it's not going to afford you the lifestyle that you want. So that's the first step, is trying to figure out what that lifestyle is. And again, we'll go into more depth in other videos about each one of these things. So the third dimension of the four-dimensional man is friends. So I say friends, but what it really means is social circle. It means who you surround yourself with, right? It could be your friends, but you need to take a hard look at who you're spending most of your time with, because your friends may be the ones that are holding you back. And it's what happens. It's the what they call the crab pot mentality, right? You're all in this big crab pot and one of you starts to climb up and get out and the other ones start pulling you back down. They don't want to see it. They don't want you to be successful, or they're lazy and that stuff wears on you. You are the sum of the 5 people you hang out with the most. So you've got to find some other motivated men to hang out with that are going to inspire you, that you can look up to, that are going to encourage you. So if you're still hanging out with the homies from high school or college or whatever, and again, you're watching this video because you're like, I got to get my shit together. Look around, see who you're spending most of your time with. Because what you want to be doing is looking around and seeing 4, 5, at least 3 or 4 other successful men who are encouraging you and helping you build your network. Because successful people have a good network of other successful people. The top quality men, or high value men, as they like to say now, those guys seek out and socialize with other high value men. So you need to find a group, or you need to, you need to get those first 2 dimensions in order, really, is what happens, right? Because if you start getting your fitness down, you start getting yourself into shape, you start getting yourself very presentable, take a look at your clothes, what you're wearing, how you're presenting yourself to the world, you start to succeed in business, then those people will start to want to have you around. You'll get invited to things. This is what happened to me. So I'm going to spend a lot of time on these videos talking about my journey, to where I'm at now, where I'm living the lifestyle that I love. I love my life right now. And it's because of years and years of hard work and making a lot of mistakes that I don't want you to make. So I had a lot of friends and a lot of other guys, younger guys, a couple older guys that I've helped along the way, encourage me to write this stuff down, to make some videos, and to share kind of my story and things that have happened, so that I can give you a path, but also so you don't stray and make the same stupid mistakes I did, because then it's just going to take you longer to get where you need to go. So that 3rd dimension, friends, it's really also what we call social status, right? The people that you hang out with, the places that you get invited to. Can you get into the club without paying a cover? Do you want to go to the club? I mean, sometimes I do. I'm not really a club guy, but I'm not going to stand in that line. You have to know people. You have to know the GM. You have to know the security guys. And these are the things that I'll talk to you about and kind of show you, my little tips and tricks. But there's no quick shortcut. There isn't 5 things to say to get girls to like you. That's all bullshit, man. That's not what it's about. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, and that's what will attract the ladies. The 4th dimension that I'm going to talk about. So the 4th dimension is female companionship. Or if you're looking for male companionship, that's along the same lines. But I wanted them all to start with F, okay? Because it was cooler that way. So the 4th one we'll talk a lot about. This one probably will have the most videos about. But the point of having the 4 dimensions, and again, they're in order of importance. The reason that the female companionship is 4th is because you got to get the other 3 in order first. And you can't if you're messing around in the 4th dimension. Look, guys, ladies are a distraction. And if you're trying to get your career right, if you're trying to stay in the gym and stay on track and keep track of your fitness, if you're trying to go out and network with other men and not be distracted by other girls, it's a tough job. It's difficult to do. So you've got to do these 3 things first and focus on those, especially if you're a younger guy. If you're under 35, just stop worrying about girls right now, okay? Because if you want to be like a top level man in your 30s and into your 40s, that's when most men reach that peak. And that's from Rollo Tomasi's book. You should read that book, The Rational Male. If you're in your 20s, don't be upset right now if you don't have the lifestyle that you want, the things that you want, the career's not where it needs to be. Relax, take a breath. We'll talk about what it takes to get there and to get those things. But like I was saying, in order of importance, the 4 dimensions: fitness, finance, friends. Get those 3 right first, and then you can go to the 4th dimension and work on that female companionship. And let me tell you, after you've done those first 3, you think the 4th one's going to be easy. You are wrong, my friend. So you've got to unlearn a lot of stuff that you've already learned. You've got to unlearn a lot of the things that society has told you. And you got to stop thinking that there's some cheat code hack thing to make 10 things to make women fall in love with you, 5 things to say to make every girl drop her panties. That's just dumb shit, okay? The way that we will get there is by being the best version of ourselves, and we will attract what we want. All right, gentlemen, thank you again for stopping by. Again, Michael Velasco, four-dimensional male. We'll see you in a few.